everybody, it's Fufu here, and today I'm going to be doing a video all about Wishiwashi and its ability schooling, and I'll be looking at how it works with the Pokemon Ditto as well, and seeing what happens when we do transforming stuff, so it's going to be an interesting one. So Wishiwashi, really cool Pokemon introduced in Sun and Moon, very, very weak fish, one of the weakest, if not the weakest, I think. It's got really, really low stats, but because of its schooling ability, as you're seeing here, it transforms into an absolute monster, which is School Form Wishiwashi. Now first off, what I'm going to do is see what happens when we try to skill swap Wishiwashi, because it is a form changing ability, so it'll be interesting to see if this works, but most of the time, as you can see here, with the form changing abilities, skill swap or anything that will get rid of that ability fails. So you can't get rid of schooling. There are a number of ways you can try, things like Gastro Acid, Worry Seed, whatever else. They generally just don't work with these form changing abilities. So other examples are Greninja's Battle Bond ability and Zygarde's ability too. Anything that changes your form mid-battle generally can't be taken away. But I'm going to see how this works with my Ditto. Now you can see Ditto has transformed into the School Form Wishiwashi. What I want to know now is whether this actually comes into effect. So when basically, when Wishiwashi goes below 25% health, it will go back to its little fishy form. I want to see if that happens with Ditto, or whether it just stays as it is. So what I'll do here is I'll go into my, I'm going to go into my Tapu Bulu, and we'll go for a few Nature's Madnesses just to decrease its HP by half and half and half until it's down low, and we can see whether the school form goes down or not, because it could well work differently with Ditto, because it's not an actual Wishiwashi. So we'll just go for some Nature's Madnesses here. I don't want to go for a grass type move because it will take it out, and I'll probably speed up this bit so that you can just see what happens when we get its health low enough. Okay, so now we're down to red health with my Ditto. You can see that it's still in the school form and its ability has not activated. So that just goes to show that with Ditto, the form changing abilities do not work. I've shown this in the past with Battle Bond Greninja. When Ditto transforms into Battle Bond Greninja, its Battle Bond ability, if it transforms into Ash Greninja, the Battle Bond ability doesn't work properly, Water Shuriken doesn't work properly, and it doesn't change when it's got that ability. So that's really interesting. What I want to see now is whether we can actually skill swap this Ditto, because technically, really, it looks like it doesn't have an ability. So we'll just go for some moves here, so that I can get my skill swap Alakazam in, and we will try to skill swap the Ditto to see if we can actually skill swap it now that it doesn't really have the schooling ability. We'll see if my Alakazam can use skill swap and actually give it a different ability, a much more useful ability at that as well. So let's see what happens when we go for the skill swap. Does it work? It fails as well. So that's really interesting. Though Ditto does copy the school form, it doesn't copy the schooling ability, but it can't be skill swapped either. So it kind of counts as having the schooling ability, but that ability can't activate. So that's really interesting. I think that that was a pretty interesting outcome. Not the one that I particularly predicted, but I think it makes a lot of sense. Basically, Ditto can transform into something, but it can't then transform with that ability. So for example, it can't, I don't think it transforms with as an Aegislash. Whatever form it transforms into initially, it stays in that form whether it attacks or not. So that's pretty interesting, and I think it's just some useful information for you to see so that you can use your Ditto to the best of its ability. That's going to be all for today. I hope you found it interesting. I've been Fufu, you've been awesome, and hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.